Tell Robert we need those press release edits for Deidre's approval right now. We're on air in less than 15 minutes. Hang on. Did you switch out those chairs like Deidre wanted?
Yeah,
thanks a million. Give me those edits, Jess. Good morning, Deidre.
Good morning, Mandy. Is she here?
In makeup.
And the revised press release?
On the way.
Excellent. Did you put her in the yellow suit I sent over?
Yes, but she was not happy about it.
She writes children's books. She should be happy about everything.
Barbara Kirkland is best known for her series of best-selling children's books, The Adventures of Stuart the Singing Salamander. But now, she's in the news for something quite different. A video, which has had more than 10 million online views in the last 3 days, features the author berating her staff.
We're starting again, people. We are starting again right now.
And we'll have the legendary author, Barbara Kirkland, live in studio.
Okay. That is a perfect example of what you absolutely cannot say in the interview.
I'm aware of that, Deidre.
You need to be gracious. You need to be apologetic. You had a bad day. Everyone has a bad day. Isn't that right, Mandy?
Absolutely.
1 minute to air, folks. 1 minute.
It's only human.
Say this has been a humbling experience and you're grateful for it.
Yes, people can relate to that.
Honestly, this is just one little video on the internet. This is a bit of an overreaction.
That's what people do on the internet. They overreact.
Barbara, I want you to think about your readers. I want you to think about that multi-million-dollar industry that surrounds that singing salamander.
I'll be fine. I know how to handle the press.
With all due respect, if you knew how to handle the press, I wouldn't be here. So you'll do exactly as I say.
So any regrets?
Make no mistake, this has been quite horrifying, but seeing yourself at your worst through someone else's eyes, it's instructive. This has been a humbling experience, and for that, I am truly grateful.
We'll be back after the break.
My friends, we have slayed the dragon lady.
Wanted you to take a look at this. Great work on the interview, Mandy.
Thanks, Jess.
Okay, so what was Barbara Kirkland like in person? Was she terrifying?
Not when you work for Deidre.
Good job on making her look so human.
I just follow the plan.
But you're like the magician's assistant, you know? Deirdre's a flash and dazzle, but you're the one who knows how all the tricks work.
I've got to. Or Deidre would saw me in half.
Stop. Mandy Cooper, you stop right there.
What's wrong?
Are those the Ferragamo pumps from your Pinterest board?
You've got to dress for the job you want, not the job you have. I promised myself if today went well, I'd ask Deidre for a little more responsibility.
And if you don't ask, you don't get.
Exactly. Deidre, a moment.
I'm listening.
I thought today went really well.
Thank you.
And I work very hard to contribute to the work we do.
And you feel like that's not being acknowledged?
No, it absolutely is. The thing is, I would like to do more for our clients. For the firm, for you.
Meaning what?
Well, I have a BA in marketing and public relations, and as gratifying as it is being your assistant...
You feel ready for a new challenge?
Yes. Yes, that's it exactly.
Mm-hmm. Mandy, where do you keep your ketchup?
Beg your pardon?
The condiment. Ketchup. Are you familiar?
Yes, yeah, uh-huh. Yeah, I know what ketchup is.
Good. Where do you keep it?
In the fridge.
And why is that?
I think it says to on the bottle.
Oh, are you sure about that?
Suddenly I'm not.
If you go into a diner, the ketchup is just sitting there on the table. They don't serve it chilled.
Well, I never thought of that.
No, you wouldn't. Mandy, you are very good at doing what you're told. But a good PR person digs deeper than that. They want to know why things are done in a certain way. My junior executives excel in formulating and executing plans of action. But that's not you, Mandy, is it? Do you know why?
Because I keep my ketchup in the refrigerator?
No. That's where I keep mine. But I put it there because I prefer it. You put it there because somebody told you to.
So apparently that's it, Mom. I'm going to be an assistant for the rest of my life because I don't properly question the storage of my hamburger toppings.
That's the silliest thing I've ever heard.
I'm looking at the back of the bottle right now, and it says,
For best results, refrigerate after opening.
Not really the point of my story.
I know, sweetie.
The point is I work harder than anyone else at that firm, hoping I'll get a chance to move up. But Deidre thinks all I can do is fetch coffee.
And that is exactly why you need this vacation.
tomorrow this time, we're going to be sipping frozen fruity drinks on the beach.
It has been ages since I've had both my girls in the same place. You have got to see your sister. You got the baby shower invitation?
I did. And I want to be there, but it was hard enough getting time off for our beach trip.
Mandy, we just miss you.
I miss you too. And I'll see you tomorrow for sunshine and fruity drinks. Love you.
Love you.
Rowdy night out in the resort town of Greenbrier, Idaho, for Prince Colin of Edgemere, who took a break from his official visit to the U.S. to live up to his bad boy reputation.
Prince Colin has been charged with defacing a public landmark. He is currently in the custody of the Greenbrier Sheriff's Department. It is the latest scandal involving His Royal Highness, adding fuel to growing concerns as to whether Prince Colin is fit to be king.
Is Her Majesty aware?
Penelope, a word.
There it is. May I be of service, ma'am?
Please alert the kitchen. Instead of tea and cake this afternoon, I will be having one of those blended concoctions with wheatgrass and, what is it called? Kale, I believe.
Your Majesty is requesting a smoothie.
I must consider my health, Penelope, because clearly I can never die.
Your Majesty?
I send my son to America to dedicate a university library in memory of his late father, a shockingly simple task. All he had to do was wave and cut a ribbon. Somehow this leads to the Crown Prince of Edgemere being arrested for taking a bath in a public fountain.
I can assure you, ma'am, he remained clothed the whole time.
Oh, marvelous. So he doesn't even understand how bathing works. What was going through his mind? Has he gone mad? Has he taken up drinking?
Oh, no, nothing of the sort. He was just overly rambunctious.
And what of Lady Isabella? Does she know about this?
I'm certain she does. Begging your pardon, ma'am, I doubt she's any more surprised than we are.
Such an embarrassment. Colin is not demonstrating the behavior of a man ready for marriage. My jubilee is in 10 days, Penelope. Celebrating 25 years of my reign. A quarter century of leadership, sacrifice. The eyes of the world will be upon us. I will not have this distraction.
What is your Majesty's will?
I'm afraid we require outside assistance.
Prince Colin of Edgemere, heir to the throne, darling of the tabloids, defacer of fountains, and our new client. The prince is in Greenbrier, Idaho, one of those charming little towns that looks like something in a Thomas Kincaid painting. The director of royal communications is on her way to Idaho, and the prince will be released into her custody. But we still have a court date to deal with. So, our strategy? We get the sheriff to drop all the charges, issue an apology, and a few good photo ops. Robert, I'd like you to prepare a list of local charities that would love a generous donation from the royal family.
You got it.
Jamal, I need intel on that sheriff. I want to know who I'm up against. Mandy, I want flights to Idaho tonight and rooms at the little inn in Greenbrier for both of us.
Us? Actually, I'm flying out tonight to meet my mother and sister at the beach. You know, 4th of July weekend. Vacation.
This is the first I'm hearing of this.
Oh, actually, I think I mentioned it when you, approved it. My sister and her husband are expecting, so we thought a girls' trip would be just...
I'm sorry. Did I say something that would lead you to believe that I was interested in those details?
I apologize.
Oh, no, I apologize. I thought working directly with one of our most high-profile clients for someone seeking greater responsibility would be interesting, but I understand. You want to go to the beach. How fun. That child cried right next to me the entire flight.
That's terrible.
I don't even know why they allow children in first class. In the future, you have to find out who's sitting next to me.
I'm not sure how I'd do that.
Oh, you'll find a way. I couldn't relax with that incessant wailing in my ear. And now we have more than an hour drive to Greenbrier? Oh, when I don't get rest, I get dark circles under my eyes. I'm gonna meet the prince looking like Uncle Fester.
This is the little hotel?
Thank you.
My pleasure.
Teacher, are you feeling all right?
I'm just a little jet-lagged.
Here are your keys.
Hand me my overnight bag. Okay, you take the suitcases. I need everything pressed. Make sure they know not too much starch.
Do you want to go over your notes for the meeting?
No, just come to the room in the morning. I'm exhausted.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. I've just checked into the hotel and I'm on my way to retrieve him from the constable. I'll have him in hand within the hour. We're meeting with a PR person first thing in the morning. Yes, Your Majesty, I won't let him out of my sight for a second.
What is happening to me?
It could be some sort of allergy.
Oh, it's not an allergy. Allergies are for weak people, and I can adapt to any environment.
That's not really how allergies work.
Oh, I'm not in the mood for semantics, Mandy. What does the internet say?
Well, it says it could just be acne.
It most certainly could not.
Okay, bed bugs?
The bed bugs only live in New York.
Or it might, well, no, you had chickenpox when you were a kid, didn't you?
Of course not.
I mean, you know how at some point it spread through your kindergarten class like wildfire?
Exactly what sort of school did your parents send you to?
If you're around a bunch of kids, it's bound to happen.
Which is exactly why I have avoided children my entire life, especially when I was a child. Oh, it was that wailing toddler on the plane. Oh, he did this to me.
Oh, that poor kid. No wonder he was crying.
It's not about him right now, Mandy. Oh, it's like an opening scene in one of those outbreak movies.
Let's just get you to a doctor.
Okay, fine. Get me my makeup bag.
Oh, no. You cannot put makeup on chickenpox. It could lead to scarring.
Well, I cannot go out looking like this. My face looks like strawberry parfait.
Well, I'll have a doctor come to you, and I'll get calamine lotion and something for the fever. Really, the best thing you can do is get back in bed. If it is chickenpox, it is highly contagious.
Okay, fine. This isn't a crisis. I can handle it all from here. You will just have to go to the meeting in my place.
Oh. Okay.
Well, you were looking for greater responsibility, Mandy. Here's your chance.
Ah, Miss Kelly. Good morning. Glad I caught you. I have your suits.
Oh.
They're freshly pressed, just as you requested.
Right.
You have a great day now.
Gotta dress for the job you want.
What the devil?
Good morning, sir. It's a brand new day.
Wicked woman. I need sleep. I've been through an ordeal.
Don't you think we're getting a little old for these shenanigans?
Oh, come now, Penelope. Shenanigans make life worth living.
Don't be clever. I'm immune to your charms. Now get up.
Someone's in a mood this morning.
If I appear to be in a mood, it's because I have neither the time nor the inclination to scurry about cleaning up after another one of your messes. And yet, here we are. The situation is so dire. We have actually had to enlist the aid of an American.
That must be very difficult for you.
I will suffer the indignity you have laid at my feet, and we will repair the damage.
You're the best. I'll just grab a bit more shut-eye. Let you take care of things.
Your Royal Highness, kindly dress yourself and join me in the drawing room. Otherwise, I will return with a bucket of iced water.
You could do this.
Good morning. I'm Penelope Sheridan. You must be Miss Kelly. You are Miss Kelly, aren't you?
Am I? Yes. Yes, I am.
Do come in. Miss Kelly, may I offer you a cup of tea?
Yes, please, thank you.
I'm sure you keep quite an active calendar. The Queen would like me to convey her appreciation for making yourself available.
Well, this is precisely what I make myself available for.
Please, do sit.
So, you met with the sheriff last night?
When I retrieved His Highness, yes. I must warn you, he seems disinclined to drop the charges.
You let me worry about that. Where's the prince now?
The prince is still waking up.
Your Royal Highness, may I present Miss Deirdre Kelly?
Miss Kelly, it's a pleasure meeting you. I'm very sorry to have made you travel all this way for nothing, but we do not require your services.
Sir, as we discussed.
My mother seems to think I need to be bundled and sold to the public like a pack of sausages. I'm not really interested in that sort of thing. Penelope can sort everything out. She always does.
Sir, this time I cannot.
I splashed around in a fountain and ran afoul of a sheriff with far too much time on his hands. You're behaving as though I burned down a building.
You were arrested. There are actual consequences. Think of the press.
I've dealt with the press my entire life. This will blow over.
Your Majesty.
My mother is Her Majesty. My proper address is Your Royal Highness, followed thereafter as Sir.
I'm sorry.
You're quite young for a public relations executive.
I, moisturize. Your Royal Highness, sir. With all due respect, if you knew how to handle the press, I wouldn't be here. So, from now on, you're going to do exactly what I tell you to do.
Oh my. You certainly have put me in my place. Now I can't help but comply, can I?
Really?
No! Have you gone quietly mad? I'm going back to bed.
Normally that's much more effective.
Actually, that went much better than I anticipated. Milk?
Miss Kelly, I'm sorry, but I can't let that boy off with just a slap on the wrist.
But Sheriff Wrigley, we're talking about the Crown Prince of Edgemere.
You see, I don't even know where that is. What I do know about is that fountain. It was built in 1913 by the town's founder to honor his wife. And the founder's fountain is listed on the National Historic Registry of Fountains. And there is not a man, woman, or child in Greenbrier who hasn't made a wish in that fountain. So you see, that fellow was literally stomping on people's wishes.
And we want to make that right.
Dropping the charges had set a dangerous precedent. I mean, I'd be hauling tourists and vagrants out of that water every night. It's a slippery slope. The next thing you know, hooligans would be taking over the town. Not on my watch.
It sounds like Greenbrier is a very special place.
It is.
Sheriff Wrigley, consider just for a moment. If Prince Colin pays a fine, maybe spends a few nights in jail, does that really help your wonderful town?
I think so.
I'm not so sure. But if you did some sort of community service, think of the press coverage. People would have the chance to get to know Greenbrier as the unique gem it so clearly is. Now, wouldn't that be something? Jess, I can't believe it's working, but it is. I got the sheriff to compromise without resorting to Deidre's usual techniques of intimidation and humiliation. I'm proving I can execute a plan.
But why did you say you were her?
I don't know. She asked and I just said yes. I couldn't stop myself.
Mandy, you've got to fix this before it goes any further. If you make a choice you can't take back, you're going to be forced to live with the consequences.
Look, I'm not proud of it, but there's no going back. I mean, what am I supposed to do? Tell them that I forgot my own name? If I can get Prince Colin to go along with the sheriff's offer, I'll be a hero.
True.
You really think you can get the prince to agree to your plan?
Absolutely not. Is this what we're paying Deirdre Kelly to do? Make arrangements for me to collect rubbish at the roadside?
The public is craving an act of contrition from you.
What about my dignity?
Your dignity. Is that an attempt at humour? Your Highness, may I remind you, we are in this predicament because you decided to take a romp in a decorative fountain.
I was celebrating.
Celebrating what exactly?
A moment's freedom. Not having every second of my life dictated by Her Majesty.
Can you imagine Lady Isabella's feelings in all this?
All I can do is imagine Lady Isabella's feelings. She certainly isn't going to show them.
Lady Isabella is a dignified young lady who understands protocol. You could learn a great deal from her. It's the Royal Jubilee in 8 days. You have become a liability. Your image has to be rehabilitated before we announce your engagement to Lady Isabella at the ball.
Of course. We must make me fit for a wife.
No, Your Highness. We must make you fit for a queen.
There. I think I got every spot.
I look horrible, don't I?
You look like you need some rest and to get better.
The doctor says I'm going to be contagious for up to 5 days. This is a nightmare. I feel like typhoid Mary, and the itch is driving me insane. Did you pick up that oatmeal bath?
On it.
These things with Prince Colin are looking up. The community service angle is a stroke of genius.
Yeah, well, I'm just glad the sheriff...
It will showcase the community, humanize the prince, and the optics will be fabulous. That's why it was my only prudent option. You followed my plans very well, Mandy.
Thanks. I'll run your bath.
We should review the statement for tomorrow's press conference. Can you get that Penelope woman on the phone?
Who, what now?
The Royal Communications Director. I haven't spoken to her yet. Can you get her on the phone?
Oh, yeah, of course. Deidre, I am so sorry.
I don't understand how this happened.
I slipped. It was an accident. It really was.
Of course it was an accident. Why would you do it on purpose?
Right. Why would I do that?
Just pick me up a replacement tomorrow and call Penelope on your phone.
Oh, I must have left her number in my room. Tell you what, why don't you have a nice soak in that oatmeal, and I'll have her call you on the landline when you're done.
Go.
Miss Kelly, good evening. You're speaking with Penelope, Her Majesty's Director of Communications. Shall we get down to business? Good morning, Penelope. Shall we prepare for the press conference?
We have a slight problem.
Why?
His Royal Highness is missing.
sorry to bother you. Have you seen this man?
No.
Nowhere? Thank you. I'm sorry. Excuse me. I'm looking for a prince.
Oh, honey, aren't we all?
Well, Marilyn saw him at the 501.
Don't you have somewhere to be?
Ah, Deirdre, there you are. That didn't take long.
If you ever need information in a small town, just find the nearest beauty shop. Nothing gets past them.
Care for a song? I take requests.
My request is that you get in my car and come back to the hotel for your press conference.
That sounds just awful.
I know it's hard to believe, but I'm on your side. I'm trying to help you.
You don't have to pretend you actually care what happens to me.
I'm not pretending. Think of me as a friend.
People in my position don't have the luxury of friends. You have been assigned to me, like everyone else in my life.
I'm trying to understand your resistance. It's a simple apology.
No, Miss Kelly, it is not. It is yet another reminder that I am a bottomless pit of disappointment, both for my family and my countrymen. And honestly, it is exhausting.
Scoot over. You play very well.
Thank you.
And you didn't learn to play overnight, did you? No. It required discipline and practice. Little by little, you got better. That's all we're asking. Small steps.
But you see, your example is flawed. Because I hated learning piano. I took lessons for 11 years. Mother and father insisted that I learn Tchaikovsky, Chopin. And I did what I was told.
I know what that's like.
Really? I find it difficult to imagine anyone giving you orders.
You'd be surprised.
Well, I started finding ways to subvert expectations. Whenever my parents were out of earshot, I'd play songs from the radio.
Yes, I know that song. Don't. Hang on. Is that Keep On Loving You? That is. Oh, wow. Your act of musical rebellion was an 80s power ballad?
REO Speedwagon has a very impressive catalog.
No, yes, of course they do. My parents love them. I didn't expect.
You're mocking me.
No, I'm not, I promise.
It's a great song.
Your Royal Highness.
It's Colin. If you insist on mocking my musical taste, at least do so using my Christian name.
The world only knows you through tabloid stories and official appearances.
Yes, I know.
I'm not asking you to be anyone other than yourself, but let them see this. Who you are right now. Relaxed, human, funny.
You think I'm funny?
You have your moments. Colin, you can't control the fact that people are watching all the time, but you can influence what they see.
Deirdre Kelly?
Yes?
Danny Pendergrass, Greenbrier Chamber of Commerce. I have a gift basket here for the prince. It's a selection of locally made goods and produce.
Oh, wow. That is significantly heavier than I expected.
Yeah, there's a lot of potatoes in there. If I can give any assistance at all, please don't hesitate to ask.
Oh, great. Well, I'll keep that in mind. Thanks.
Good afternoon. First, I'd like to thank the good people of Greenbrier, Idaho, for their gracious hospitality. Unfortunately, I challenged that hospitality 2 nights ago by being a very bad guest. I wish to be very clear. My lack of regard for the Founder's Fountain and what it represents to this community was uncalled for. Now, my countrymen have questioned if this is the behavior of a future king. I can say unequivocally that it is not. Now, I must take responsibility for that and resolve to do better. I humbly offer my apologies both to the citizens of Greenbrier and the people of Edgemere. I'm grateful to the Sheriff's Department for giving me the opportunity to repay my debt to Greenbrier through community service. I look forward to making a positive contribution in the coming days.
You wrote that well, Miss Kelly.
I didn't write it. He did.
So you approved, Miss Kelly?
You did very well, sir.
I told you, it's Colin.
Still getting comfortable with that.
May I call you Deirdre?
Oh, yes. Call me teacher.
Did you need to get that?
My mother will call her back. She's at the beach with my sister.
And why aren't you there?
Because I'm here.
Ah. That's a shame.
Comes with the territory. Doesn't do much for the guilt, but, you know, we make our choices. I worry, of course, that I don't do enough, or what I do I'm not doing right.
I can relate.
I've been trying to make more time for my family, but the work I do demands a lot of attention. My father passed away 2 years ago, and I don't know, I guess it just made me more aware of spending the time we've got.
You're close with your father?
Yes, I loved him. But I also just really liked him.
Do you have a photograph of him?
I do. That's Mom and Dad when they visited me in New York maybe 5 years ago.
You look so happy.
Oh, they were.
My father died when I was 14, before I really got the chance to know him properly. He was an excellent monarch, or so I'm told.
Do you have a picture of your father?
Yes, I do. This is my favorite portrait of him.
His face is on the money.
But now, someday I will assume the crown, and then my face will be on the money.
I can't imagine.
It's what I live with every day. My title dictates everything. Where I go, what I do, friendships, relationships. But nobody's ever bothered to ask me what I want to do with my life.
Well, Colin, what do you want to do with your life?
I don't know, but I'd like the option of finding out.
I must say I was pleasantly surprised.
Yes, he presented himself quite well, didn't he? The true challenge, of course, will be tomorrow's agenda.
It appears Miss Kelly is quite deserving of her reputation.
Indeed. I never asked, Your Majesty, what made you contact her firm?
Highly recommended through the former Prime Minister of Sri Lanka. Miss Kelly assisted him with a crisis perhaps 15 years ago.
15 years? Really? So that would make her 40 or 45 years old?
We're not in the habit of speculating on a person's age, are we, Penelope?
Of course not. My apologies.
Send my best wishes to His Royal Highness. Until tomorrow, then.
Your Majesty?
Lady Isabella, please sit. To what do I owe the pleasure?
I came for the fitting of my ball gown. I wanted to share my delight at Prince Colin's appearance on television. Her Majesty must be so pleased.
And you as well.
Yes, ma'am.
It was certainly a step in the right direction. I'm cautiously optimistic. Your patience and understanding are most appreciated. We will make a suitable husband of him yet, I assure you.
I've waited a very long time for him, ma'am. I certainly don't mind a few more days.
So, until tomorrow then.
Right now?
I'll be ready to work in my dems and wellies.
I have no idea what those are, but I'll trust Penelope's judgment. I should take this. It's work.
Of course. No rest for the weary. Until tomorrow then.
What's wrong?
Well, now you've gone and done it.
I have been woven into your tapestry of lies and deception, and when it inevitably unravels, I'm going down with you.
What are you talking about?
Deirdre called the office. She wanted Penelope's phone number.
Oh, no, what'd you say?
I told her those European cell phones are notoriously unreliable in the U.S.
Well, that's good. You did good.
Did I?
Yes.
I'm not an experienced liar like you.
I am not an experienced liar.
Well, you will be soon because you're getting plenty of practice.
We only have to keep this up for a few more days. After Prince Colin completes his community service, I'll confess everything to Deidre. She'll be so happy with how everything turned out. It'll be like no big deal at all.
You really believe that?
I have to. I'm in too deep to turn back now. What?
I took my eyes off him for a second.
You lost him again. Penelope, you knew he was a flight risk.
There is something else we need to discuss.
Yes, of course, right after I find Colin.
So it's Colin now, is it?
You're doing this just to drive me crazy.
Well, good morning, Deirdre. Don't you look lovely?
Oh, well, thank you. You look, it is time to go. We meet, excuse me.
If you don't show up to your community service, Sheriff Wrigley will put you back in jail. So come on, let's go.
Wait!
Colin, I am begging you to please take this seriously.
I am, I promise. I intend to be a dutiful public servant.
Thank you.
Right after a few more laps.
Colin? Oh!
Prince Colin reported for his community service in Greenbrier, Idaho today and quickly became the toast of the town.
And in addition to the excellent pediatric care, we offer a play area.
No, a sneak attack. I need reinforcements. Miss Kelly, help!
I'll save you, Your Highness.
Better known for his hard partying ways than his good deeds, it appears the bad boy royal might be turning over a new leaf.
That is my dress.
Thank you so much for having us. I hope we didn't cause too much of a distraction.
No.
You have a beautiful facility here, and thank you again for showing us around.
And how's your puzzle coming along?
It's gonna be a picture of horses.
You mind if I help? You know, I had a favorite horse when I was your age.
You had your own horse?
We had lots of them. What's your name?
Keisha.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Keisha. I'm Prince Colin.
You're not a prince.
Yes, he is, baby. It's an honor to meet you, sir.
Oh, would you all mind giving us a few minutes, please?
If you're a prince, then where's your crown?
Well, I knew my crown could never compete with your extraordinary hat.
My mom made it.
She must love you very much, making you such a fine hat.
Are you a princess?
Me? Oh, gosh, no, I'm not.
I didn't think so.
This is my very good friend, Miss Kelly. I do not currently have a princess, but I will someday.
What kind of princess would you want?
You know something? You're the first person to ever ask me that.
I ask good questions.
You certainly do. Let me see. I would want a princess who is kind, with a good heart, someone very clever and smart, someone who laughs, tells stories, someone who tries to make life easier for others.
And she has to be beautiful, too.
Keisha, anyone matching that description is already quite beautiful. I want to thank you for today, Deirdre. It was quite delightful.
Just doing my job.
Yes, there's that. But I mean, for me personally, it was one of the best days I've had in quite some time.
Thank you, Colin. I had fun, too. Huh. I don't get to say that very often. Oh. Mom, of course.
Stop ignoring your mother. So, what's on tomorrow's agenda?
The 4th of July festival in the town square. Just a series of photo ops. Nothing too strenuous.
How exciting. I've never been in America for Independence Day. Until tomorrow, then.
And if you need anything before then, you have my number.
I hope I'm not disturbing you. May I come in?
Of course, please. I'm sorry if I seem surprised. I just don't remember telling you what room I was in.
You didn't. I can uncover any information I need. That's my job. And what about you? What's your job? Because it appears you're currently doing someone else's. I have served the royal family in varying capacities my entire life. There is no scheme, trickery, or intrigue that I have not previously encountered. However, if it gets the desired effect, you'll get no argument from me. If I'm not informed, I cannot be of assistance. So, dear, who the devil are you and what has happened to the real Deirdre Kelly?
I don't know how to explain this.
Try.
Where do you keep your ketchup?
Your impersonation of me is aggressively bad.
I'm not good with accents.
That much is obvious. Well, Miss Cooper, there are so many flaws in your little scheme that I truly don't know where to begin.
I kept thinking it would be so much easier if I were Deirdre. And everyone listens to her and trusts her ideas. So when you ask if I was her, I said yes. I know I shouldn't have said it, but I did. And now I'm dealing with that.
I can say with absolute certainty that you will get caught and the fallout will be horrendous.
It's just for a few more days, and then I promise I will confess everything. Penelope, please, will you help me? We've done such good work.
That is true, and the prince is clearly fond of you.
You think so?
It's not my intention to flatter you. I'm merely pointing out a further complication.
Of course.
You've given me much to consider. You may be assured of my participation for now, but not my approval.
I'm going out.
Absolutely not.
So I wanted to serve in the military, but I'm an only child. There is no spare for the heir. That's why my mother was always so, you know...
Protective?
I was going to say smothering and intrusive. But what you say sounds much nicer.
I'm sure she just wanted what was best for you.
In her own way, that's likely true. But some things are worth a conversation. Oh, dear. No, I've been here before.
Back to the scene of the crime.
We should go.
Why? Thinking of getting back in?
If a sheriff sees me here, he'll go apoplectic. I'll be picking up rubbish at the roadside for a month.
You know the story behind this fountain? The town founder built it in tribute to his wife, and now it's where everyone goes to make a wish.
Well, you know what they say. When in Idaho.
No one says that.
But shouldn't they? It's bound to be lucky. My grandfather's face is on the coin. He was a lucky man.
I make my own luck. But go ahead.
All right.
What'd you wish for?
Couldn't possibly tell you, darling. Crown secret.
Where were you, and who saw you?
Nothing to fear. Miss Kelly was with me the entire time.
About Miss Kelly.
She's quite extraordinary, isn't she?
She's not what I expected.
You know something, Penelope? All this time, my title has been a burden to me. This yoke around my neck requiring me to be something I'm not. And I admit I have room for improvement. Who doesn't?
Undoubtedly.
But Deirdre's got me wondering, what if I could do this just as I am? Well, I might be the exact change the monarchy needs. What if my instincts are in fact correct?
Indeed, sir.
Sorry to keep you up. And thank you for your concern. See you in the morning.
Good night, Your Highness.
It's so frustrating finding a table for a general. He's done battle with half the countries in the room. Put him next to Switzerland. They get along with everyone.
Your Majesty?
Lady Isabella, what can I do for you?
I've just had the most wonderful idea.
Happy Independence Day, everyone. We hope you've got plans to make it a great holiday, spending time with family and friends. In the news today, a woman calls 911 at the burger time after they run out of food.
Hello?
Hi, Mandy. Come to my room now and bring my clothes.
Yes, of course. I'll be right there, Deidre. Deidre, are you here?
Oh, I'm here. You need to talk.
I brought your clothes. Did you hear me knocking?
Yes, I did hear you knocking, but I knew that you would let yourself in because you don't hesitate to do whatever you want these days.
I don't know what you mean.
Look who appeared on the cover of today's newspaper with our client in my $3,000 sundress.
That dress cost $3,000?
Look, I've seen your wardrobe. Borrowing my dress was a good choice, but you should have asked. I bet now it smells like pancakes and children.
I'm so sorry.
Mandy, appearing in photos with our client is simply unacceptable. A good PR person remains in the background. We control the narrative without becoming a part of it.
You're absolutely right.
And you still haven't returned my cell phone.
Yesterday was so busy, and today's 4th of July, so no one's open. I will relay any messages.
No more messages, no more phone calls. I cannot risk you ruining this with another rookie mistake. I am meeting with that Penelope person.
Oh, but you might be contagious.
We will be fine. She had chickenpox when she was a child.
Oh, okay. But how do you know that?
I spoke to her a few minutes ago.
You spoke with Penelope? Deidre, don't open that door.
Why not?
You're not wearing lipstick.
Mandy, I have pink polka dots all over my face. I doubt she's going to be looking at my lips.
Miss Kelly, Penelope Sheridan.
Thank you so much for coming to my room. I'm not quite ready to be seen in public.
I'm so pleased to meet you. We have much to discuss.
You sounded so different on the phone. Is that so?
How interesting.
Yes. Well, I hope Mandy was able to serve you.
Oh, she's been quite resourceful.
Okay. Well, thank you, Mandy. We've got this. Yes, I have some errands that I'd like you to run.
But shouldn't I go to the festival?
I'm sure Penelope can handle a photo op on her own.
But
Mandy, please, do as I ask.
yes, of course.
Penelope, tell me honestly, has she been any trouble? It's so hard to find good help.
Actually, Miss Cooper was quite remarkable. In fact, at times it felt as though you were right there with us.
Okay.
Hello, Prince Colin of Edgemere here. Leave a message after the tone and I will get back to you.
Hello, Penelope Sheridan.
Oh, Penelope? Hi, it's Mandy. Where is Colin?
Forgot you back.
Have you finished Miss Kelly's errands?
You didn't tell her.
No, I didn't. The disclosure would have caused more problems than it solved.
I can't thank you enough.
No, you can't. This charade only needs to last as long as tomorrow night. Then please do me the courtesy of saving your series of shocking revelations until after we've departed. The prince cannot know about any of this.
Agreed.
Ah, Deirdre. I was hoping you'd join us.
I'm sorry to interrupt your game, but we do have a few things on the schedule.
Well, it's the 4th of July. Surely we've earned a little downtime. Penelope, you should go and enjoy yourself. Appraise the handicrafts.
As you wish, sir.
Come on, I want to see everything. You, Miss Kelly, are about to be the proud owner of a stuffed bear. I'm known for my marksmanship.
And what color bear would His Royal Highness prefer?
Oh, so light and airy.
I can't believe we've never had cotton candy before.
Leave it to the Americans to find another innovative way to eat sugar.
That's what makes this country so great.
Speaking of which, I think I hear music. Come on. Miss Kelly, might I have this dance?
I'm sorry, I'm not very good at dancing.
Oh, thank goodness. I only know how to waltz. I'm glad we can look foolish together.
Oh.
Yes, they usually are.
You should sit down.
I'm certainly not going to stop dancing with a beautiful woman just because someone takes a photograph. You look lovely tonight, by the way. The clothing you wear for work doesn't quite suit you. It's like you're in uniform.
I sort of am.
I'm glad you're off duty. Hope you finally returned your mother's call.
I did. She wanted to hear all about you.
Oh, and what did you say?
That you're charming and impossible.
I won't deny either. I am sorry to have taken you from your family, dear.
It was my choice. I know I told myself it wasn't, but it was. And don't get me wrong, I'm happy to have met you, to be working with you.
I appreciate that.
But I do miss them. When I was growing up, we'd all spend 4th of July together, the whole family. I would swim with my cousins, Dad would grill hamburgers, Mom would make deviled eggs. It was the simplest thing, but turns out those are the moments that stick with you, you know? The little things.
I always think of the morning when my father taught me to shave. There are any number of people on staff that could have done that. We have the barber that lives in the palace. But Father took it upon himself to do it. I suppose that's a measure of affection, isn't it? Giving of your time.
I think I come up short in that department.
That is categorically untrue. You've been marvelously attentive.
Thanks. But I think my family has a different experience. My whole life I watched my dad hope for a lucky break. Don't get me wrong, it's not like we were poor, but he just wanted the very best for us. That's why I resolved to make my own luck. Work hard, make my way up the ladder, so I could make the life he always wanted to give us.
Do you really think that's a key to happiness? Climbing the corporate ladder?
What is?
Well, I certainly don't know. I'm fumbling just as much as you are. I do know I'm happy tonight. I'm where I want to be, doing what I want to be doing. Alongside someone I want to be with. Meeting you has changed me fundamentally. Frankly, you leave me gobsmacked.
Colin, darling, there you are. I've been looking everywhere for you.
Isabella, what are you doing here?
Well, it's impossible to get you to return a phone call. Your coverage in the press has been so wonderful, I simply had to join you. Everyone in Edgemere is bursting with pride. And you must be the legendary Deirdre Kelly.
Forgive my manners, Miss Kelly, this is...
Lady Isabella Vanderveer. I'm Prince Colin's fiancée.
Oh, of course. It's a pleasure. I'm sorry, Penelope didn't mention...
That I was coming? No, I just caught a lark and decided to pop over.
Well, I'm sure you two have a lot of catching up to do. Excuse me.
Did you wait?
Go, we'll talk tomorrow. I have to go. Bye.
I wish you'd tell me what was wrong. I've come all this way just to see you.
Nothing's wrong, Isabella. I just want to get back to the hotel. But I would appreciate it if you didn't introduce yourself as my fiancée. Our engagement won't be announced for another 5 days yet.
But that's a minor quibble, isn't it?
Not to me.
Colin, darling, it's good that I'm here. In the warm light of your newfound reputation, having an appropriate titled woman by your side is the perfect introduction of our union to the world.
This little surprise trip of yours, you catching a lark and taking a 9-hour flight unannounced. Was it your idea? Or Mother's?
It was mine entirely. Your mother encouraged it, of course. Colin.
Penelope Sheridan? Yes. Yes. I'm sorry. Would you repeat that?
It's just a job. He's just a client.
I've wanted to talk to Miss Kelly about incorporating you in the press coverage tomorrow, but she's not answering her phone.
Well, we are in the mountains.
Good evening, Your Royal Highness.
Good evening. The public relations executive working with me, Deirdre Kelly. Could I have a room number, please?
3901A. Lady Isabella, I have some messages for you. Hold on.
Will you go on ahead? Don't wait for me.
Are you sure?
I'll see you in the morning.
Good
night.
Lady Isabella, the palace only just informed me of your arrival. What a lovely surprise.
Oh, I'm glad you think so. Colin seems troubled.
Oh, you mustn't take it personally. He's under a great deal of pressure right now. Where is he? I need to tell him something.
He went to Deirdre Kelly's room to discuss plans for tomorrow.
His Royal Highness is going to Miss Kelly's room.
Yes, there he goes now. Penelope, is there something going on?
What? No, no! Excuse me.
Oh, look at that. This one's going up.
Okay, you two. Have a good night.
Good night.
Penelope?
I sincerely hope you're not attempting to visit Miss Kelly in her room unchaperoned. Haven't we had enough scandals of late?
Fine, then come with me.
We don't have time for that. We have an unexpected visitor.
So you know Isabella is here?
Of course I do. I know everything at all times without exception. But Lady Isabella is not my concern. Her Majesty the Queen is coming to Idaho.
Good morning.
Deirdre, I had hoped to speak with you.
Well, now you can. Congratulations on your engagement, Your Royal Highness.
Thank you.
I do wish you would inform me sooner, sir. We could have used it to our advantage in the press coverage.
It's being announced at the Jubilee. It was and is considered confidential. I'm so very sorry.
I'm sure you can forgive a certain amount of secrecy for the common good, can't you, Deirdre?
Of course. So, a visit from Her Majesty. How exciting. This will be great. This will be no problem at all.
Over and up, right.
Just take this to the ballroom.
But the real excitement is here in Greenbrier tonight with the surprising news that Prince Colin of Edgemere will be joined by his mother, Queen Rosalind.
What?
And then do you want berries in your salad?
No berries, thank you.
Everyone, I'd like to introduce Penelope Sheridan, Director of Communications for Her Majesty Queen Rosalind of Edgemere. She will be taking you through some of the essential protocol for the Queen's arrival this evening.
So keep in mind, we've got a limited number of men, so we're going to have to limit where we put them.
Okay.
Danny, I need your help with something.
Absolutely. Excuse me. So, what can I do for you?
Actually, I don't have a dress for a formal event. Would it be too much to ask?
Miss Adelaide's dress shop right up the road. I got you covered.
Danny, you're a lifesaver.
You have no idea.
Danny, I asked for a dress for a formal event.
Miss Adelaide said this is what all the girls wore to prom this year.
Exactly. I look like I'm going to prom.
Well, I've never bought a dress before. I didn't know what to pick out.
Oh, darling, I've forgotten my handbag.
Should we wait for you?
No, I'll meet you downstairs.
Oh, I was looking for Penelope.
Oh, she just went downstairs. May I help you?
Well, I only just learned about the Queen on the news, and my assistant's not answering her phone, and clearly I don't know what is happening. Forgive me, my manners. My name is Deirdre Kelly, and I'm currently handling the public relations for Prince Colin.
You're
Deirdre Kelly.
I am. And you are?
Intrigued.
Oh my, you've gone native.
This was all I could get on short notice.
Well, I think it's a lovely dress.
No, you don't.
No, it's quite hideous, isn't it? But who cares, Deirdre? I mean, look around. Everything that's happened, it's because of you. This is your triumph.
She's here. Hello.
Welcome to Greenbrier, Your Highness.
Thank you. Hello.
Colin.
Mother.
Oh, Mandy, what have you been up to?
Deirdre, you're feeling better. That's wonderful. Listen, I know this looks bad, but I can explain everything.
I was suspicious of you from the moment I met you.
Well, yeah, the feeling was mutual. Both of you. Shh. The Queen is here.
Thank you, everyone. It has been my great delight observing how His Royal Highness the Crown Prince has spent his time in Greenbrier. As a monarch and as a mother, I have been curious to see what it is about this community that could awaken a spirit of service and leadership in my son. And judging by this lovely welcome, I'm beginning to understand. Now, on to more pressing matters. I'm simply famished. Shall we continue to dinner?
Oh, no.
Isabella, I'd wondered what had become of you.
Darling, I believe there's some introductions to be made.
Your Royal Highness. At last we meet. My name is Deirdre Kelly.
I'm sorry, this is Deirdre Kelly.
No, darling, there seems to be a bit of confusion there. The woman here in the hideous dress, to whom we have entrusted the reputation and future of the monarchy, is Deirdre Kelly's assistant, Mandy Cooper. Isn't that right, dear?
I don't understand.
I wanted to prove I could do the job. That I could execute a plan and the catch-up and... Well, I didn't see the harm. Prince Colin was just another client and I didn't expect that I would.
You lied to me?
I didn't mean to. I just got so caught up in the lie, I couldn't find my way back out of it, and I felt awful the whole time. But I did do the job. I mean, your reputation is restored and the press loves you. Colin, you even called it my triumph.
That's true. You've done your job very well. It's quite impressive. You're capable of tactics I would have never expected from you.
Colin, don't say that. I'm your friend.
My friend? I don't even know you. Isabella, alert Penelope. We return to Edgemere tonight.
Well, that's unexpected. You have lied to me with every breath this entire week. You deceived royalty, not to mention an entire town. I strongly suspect you owe me money for a cell phone, and I wouldn't be surprised if you arranged for that toddler to give me chicken pox. I don't think I've ever seen deception on such a level. I'm going to fly you back to New York tomorrow. You will pack up your desk, and we are done. Nod if you understand. Well, I'm going to go and salvage the banquet before word of this disaster reaches the Queen.
Colin.
Do you know the worst of it? I was foolish enough to become hopeful. I should have known that any happy outcome must be based on a lie.
I lied about my name and my job. Everything else that happened was true, I swear.
How can I trust that? How can I believe anything you say, Deirdre? See, I don't even know your name.
It's Mandy Cooper. Colin, I care about you very much.
If you cared about me, you'd have trusted me with the truth.
I'm sorry. But why did you never mention Isabella to me? Not even once.
You know why. And now I feel very foolish. Goodbye, Miss Cooper.
You wanted to see me?
Yes, I just read your report. Is it the truth?
It's everything I did, yes.
Well, there are some masterful maneuvers here, Mandy. You have a real talent. I can't afford to have that brain working for someone else. So I've decided not to terminate your employment.
Really?
Well, if I were being honest, I'd say the stunt reminded me of something I would do at your age. Yes, I haven't met anyone with that amount of chutzpah in a long time. You're quite an asset. However, if you decide to execute some devious master plan in the future, I expect to be included.
I don't know what to say.
Say thank you, Deirdre.
Thank you, Deirdre.
There's just one thing I can't figure out.
What's that?
Why didn't you fight for him?
I'm sorry?
Look at this picture, Mandy. That is the face of someone smitten. Why didn't you fight for him?
Because he discovered my rich tapestry of lies and deception. He's getting married to Lady Isabella, and he basically said he can never trust me again. So, I think it's probably best we just let this one go.
Would you say so? I have an invitation to the Queen's Jubilee tomorrow night in Edgemere as a thank you for our efforts. But I'm not the person deserving of that gratitude, am I?
But the invitation's for you, not me.
Oh, so now you have a problem using my name.
But I have nothing to wear, and I would have to fly out tonight to make it in time.
Cinderella, meet your fairy godmother.
Your Highness, I have the official statement about your engagement. All I need is your approval.
I'm sure if it meets with Mother's approval, I have nothing to add.
Oh dear, we're regressing. After we made such progress.
For heaven's sake! What more do you people want? I am fulfilling every single duty to the Crown. I understand my responsibility, and I have made my peace with it.
Preston, may we have the room, please?
Madam.
Colin, do you know what made your time at Greenbrier so extraordinary? It wasn't that you behaved yourself, although admittedly that was refreshing. It was that you followed your heart. You allowed yourself to be true to your instincts. showing kindness and concern for others. It was my first glimpse of the kind of monarch that you will one day become. And it filled me with such pride. And that's why I allowed Miss Cooper's little deception to continue.
You knew?
Of course I knew. I have told you repeatedly, I know everything that's happening at all times. Miss Cooper brought out the best in you. That doesn't go away just because she has.
But it was all based on a lie.
Oh, a silly voice here and a false name there. In all fairness, you weren't entirely forthcoming with her either.
I know that. But there's not much I can do about that now.
One day, you will rule our country. And your decisions will not buckle under the weight of your title. They will be fortified by it. Just consider all the consequences, and then do what you genuinely feel is best. It's likely you'll move in the right direction.
So sorry for the delay, darling. I ran into the Spanish ambassador's wife. She always has a delightful story to share. It won't be long now.
Yes.
After the announcement is made, shall we say a few words or go directly to the dance?
Do as you wish.
Well, I want whatever you want.
Do you? Or is that just what you've been told to want?
What does Scott mean to you?
You don't love me, Isabella. And I don't love you. We get on all right, but we've never for a moment been in love. There's not a marriage. At least not one we would ever actually want.
A royal marriage is about far more than love. It's about duty and responsibility to the monarchy, maintaining and preserving over 100 years of tradition. These things matter, Colin.
Yes, they do matter. But I will not marry a woman I do not love.
I thought you had changed, but you're just as childish and spoiled as you ever were, you selfish brat.
You're wrong. I have changed. And I want that same change for you. I want you to explore possibilities, to indulge a passion,
You don't think I had other interests? Other hopes for the future? But what we could accomplish together exceeds that. I was willing to set everything aside for you.
Oh, I'm quite sure I never asked you to do that. You deserve a life better than that which duty dictates. I want you to fall in love.
Well, how lovely, Colin. How gracious and kind.
Isabella, I'm sorry.
Is that what this is about? You think you love her? The American, the liar?
I'm honestly not quite sure what my feelings are for Miss Cooper. But she made me realize I deserve the chance to live a life on my own terms. And there's simply no going back to the way things were. Excuse me.
What a lovely jubilee. Thank you.
There you are. Where's Lady Isabella? It's nearly time for the announcement.
Lady Isabella has returned to her estate, I believe. And there will be no announcement.
Oh, Colin, no. What did you do?
Mother, I will marry for love, or not at all. If you expect me to one day assume the crown, you'll have to learn to occasionally trust my judgment.
There will be a scandal.
We've gone over a week without one.
Must you always try my patience?
It appears I must.
And you're certain of this?
Quite.
and I will not be swayed. I would appreciate your support if you're in a position to offer it.
My darling boy, don't you know you mean the world to me? I hope you find what you're looking for. And you will. I know it.
Thank you, Mother.
Well, that was faster than I expected.
You look absolutely perfect.
Not quite. I forgot to pack shoes.
Well, that's even more perfect.
Colin, I owe you an apology.
There's no need to fly halfway around the world for that. You could have just sent a nice note.
I wanted to see you. I know you're getting married, and I have no intention of getting in the way of that. But I wanted to earn your trust, if you'll let me. I want us to be friends again.
Well, that's very kind of you, thank you. And I appreciate the apology. But I wasn't entirely honest with you either. And I'm truly sorry.
Thank you.
I've decided not to marry Isabella. It appears my future is, for the first time in my life, quite uncertain. It's very exciting. Would you care to dance?
I don't know how to waltz.
You'll pick it up very quickly. You're very determined. I place my hand here, and you place your hand here. And keep your eyes on me. The trick is anticipating the changes together.
I can do that.
When I toss that coin into the fountain, I wish for you.
After you left, I went back to the fountain and made a wish too.
And what did you wish for?
A happy ending.
This small-town girl has one big dream.
Come work for me. In New York?
Which turns into a summer of surprises.
You're not from around here, are you? Do you want to share a cab back downtown?
Sure.
And love.
He's just a guy helping me find an apartment.
Trust me, she's your girl.
Sounds like she's your girl.
Juliana Will. Vivica A. Fox.
Will I ever see you again?
Do you want to see me again?
Summer in the City. Premieres next Saturday at 9.